You know, the amount of times that intro has been on, as far as my streams go, I have yet to actually watch it, because I'm too busy doing other things on the computer. But welcome all! Let me actually make sure my microphone is working, because I didn't make sure I had anything set up before I turned this stream on. No, why would I do something like that? But welcome to MAGMML. Let's just call it MAGMML. It's so much easier. MAGMML 3. Last part, I said I wasn't ever going to read any of the reviews. I think I'm changing my mind yet again on that. We'll see where we're at, I suppose. I already have phlegm building up in my throat, because why wouldn't I? Perhaps I shouldn't go with seltzer water. Maybe if I just go with, like, regular old water, my throat wouldn't hurt so much at the end of these. But let us go. Before we head off to, Tier 2, though, we're gonna do a little exploring in the hub. More specifically, we're going to go to the casino. I don't know what's there at the casino. I see a helmet that has 0 of 18. I see a card that has 0 of 3, so I have no idea what the hell those mean. So we're going to find out together. We have Magic Man right up there. That's a big casino. Well, it's a big tournament. Gotta have somewhere for everyone to blow off some steam. A break from the gauntlets is nice, but I'm still here to compete. I'm betting they have more than gambling in there. Oh yeah, let me go and shut my door. Dogs. Hello? You don't look our usual type. Get what I'm saying? No, I don't. At all. I severely doubt a kid like you's got a membership. A membership? I mean, this is my first time here, so I probably don't have one. Just what I thought. Then buzz off. Skedaddle. You've got other places to be, don't you? But I want to see the casino. The flashing lights. Boss? Hey, what's up? Huh? Let him in! What do you mean it's Megaman? Psst! Hey, bouncer boy. The boss said you gotta lay off the kid. And to give him one of our spare memberships, apparently. You gotta be kidding me! Guess that makes sense, though. The boss is rather eccentric, isn't he? My dog loves to bark. My new dog loves to bark at other dogs. Hey, be quiet. I haven't hung up yet. Forget I said anything. Apologies, kid. Welcome to the Magic Card Casino. On the orders of our boss, here's the lowest tier of our membership. Got a bronze membership, the lowest level membership for the Magic Card Casino. Perks include basic access to most activities and being scoffed at by higher level members. I'm going to guess, with the themes that this game has had, that MAGMML is more than likely going to be a super boss. I've also been informed that the boss wants to meet with you in the top floor of the building. I wouldn't keep him waiting if I were you, but enjoy your visit regardless. Wonder why the boss wants to see me. Weird. Gee, I wonder, could it be because you killed him at one point? What's up, Cyberman? You aren't connected to online leaderboard. Or you have the news NPC option turned off. Why would you do that? Are you trying to take a break from the internet? I can assure you I am on the internet. Let's see here. Sound effects, miscellaneous. No. Well, how do I go online? Oh well, whatever. Alright, love. Welcome to the Magic Card Casino. Entertainment capital, the 6th sponsored robot channel. Take a gander. I'm not gonna read all this. This isn't part of the thing. Sold out in a jiffy. Silver and gold are more for more games and more prestige for that. Just gotcha pawn. Gold and silver are only on the second-hand market. Blah blah blah. Blah 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 blah. Hi. I love being in the rat world. This is the best day of my life. Yeah, you go ahead and do that. Clearly, this is going to open up considerably. There's a lot of emptiness here. Get your playing cards here. Prepare yourself for that challenge. Cannot get the actual king branded set. Blah 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 blah. The goal is to organize all cards sequentially on the suit in the top right corner of the table. It's solitaire. I'm an idiot. Yeah. Hey, ba 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 ba. No jack, huh? It's called V. Okay. So it's solitaire. Let's see. Play solitaire? Sure. Exciting! Riveting. This has got to be quite fun to watch. They only do one card, huh? Okay. I'm not putting that 2 over the 3 because that could lead to problems later, so... Ugh, trash. Jesus. I am getting next to nothing here. And that is why I didn't put the 2 on the 3. Okay, so red 9, now. That can go somewhere. Now this can go somewhere. And the red 9 can go somewhere. Oh, Christ. I missed that 4. I could have put it on the friggin' 3. Not that it would have done anything for me, but... Oh, wait, what am I doing? Well, now the 4 will actually do something for me. Let's cover this up. That can go there, that can go there. I think I'm gonna have to end up moving that 2. Which means I'm gonna have to get a 3 back. Why am I doing this? Because I wanted to see what was at the end of this. Okay. So if I can get a red king, I can get that V. I can get the V down. So let's see what if I can find one. 7. Black king. Nope. That'll allow me to move that at least. And that gives me that. Which makes me much happier. And there's the red king I was looking for. I can move this now. At this point, it's academic. We'll hold off on that. Why would they put solitaire in this game? That's right, I wanted to wait on that. Let's see what else we got here. That can come down. Okay, so I am going to move this. So I can move that. There you go. That's what I needed. Oh, this is annoying. I wonder if they got a way to actually do 3 card solitaire. There we go. I think I got an achievement. We're good, right? Alright, I did get shit for that. I don't know what those freaking balls are, but... And I don't think wasting a capsule. What could it be? Oh, we got gotcha elements. Oh, goody. He's Aquaman. You can call him adorable guy. Isn't it handsome guy? From Megaman 8. Another capsule. Oh yeah, I did get 6 of them, didn't I? Pluto! Don't break out from your hugs and dash away. From Megaman 5. World 5. For some reason, a rose seems to appear next to this plushie every time you look away from it. I don't know what that is. And I'm not going to find out what it is, because I forgot to hit the button. Even destruction has feelings. Oh, it's the explosion of the... Okay, never mind. Okay. You think this little guy contains extra pickups, but you might be surprised that it is a plushie contains a built-in rice cooker. I mean, if you say so. Small pink creature that Wait, where did that knife come from? Is this a plushie? It's adorable. Probably. I should ask an expert. Ah, yes! I got a plushie, so I can go talk to Roll now. Spin to win. The wager is 50 bolts. I got 778. What the hell? Stop moving, asshole. I feel like that is, rigged. Got a hunch. Magnet climb. Survive for as long as you can in an endless ascent with nothing but your trusty magnet beam. I made a mistake coming here, didn't I? I think this is gonna be more of an offline fuck around thing, you know? Rockin' Wars. What is this? Past exploits from the first Wily Wars. Enter here. 50 bolts. Generic greeting friend. This positive adjustment game. Do you want to play? It costs just error. Refer to the sign above. Let's go with Bomb Man first. Or do I have to start with Cut Man? Wait, what the hell was that? Okay, I don't know what this is. Get me out of here. No. Get out of here. Oh, for fuck's sake. How do I get out of here? Okay, cool. How do I get out of this room? That's how I get out of there. Jeez. An exit sign would have been nice. What are we, 23 minutes in? We haven't even gotten to the first next level yet. This is what happens when I do these things. I get distracted. Hello? Is this the top floor? I was told to meet the boss. I'm told the boss wanted to meet. Ah, you finally arrived. You're lucky, you know. My patience almost ran thin. Wonderful, wonderful. Now our show can begin. Hi. Magic Man? Oh yeah, I guess you were on the sign outside. I don't know what I expected. When I secured our sponsorship for the tournament, I just knew you would come crawling to my establishment. Your competition is fierce, ruthless, unforgiving. How would someone like you survive in such a hostile environment? Of course, you know that you're the type to beg for help in your time of need. And luckily today, I shall be your savior. I mean, I appreciate the help, but I didn't necessarily say that. Ah, you don't need to explain yourself to me. I understand your feelings completely. Let's cut to the chase, shall we? I have an offer that I would like to propose to you. Per the Magic Card Casino's promotion of the 6th worldwide sponsored robot tournament, each of the gauntlet simulations have been provided with tie-in materials, to say the least, let's say. Yes, we got them already. I kind of figured it. I kind of saw where this was going. This right here is a trickster token, and I will continue to call them nickels, I'm sure, throughout the entire game. I'm sure that you might recognize it. These lovelies have been scattered throughout the simulations that you've been challenging, all thanks to yours truly. Turn that down on my headphones. Now, would I be right in saying that you have the skills to tackle these sorts of collectathons? After all, you helped collect all those noble nickels for that buffoon nightmare before, right? But I'm not sure if you're quite up to snuff, you see. The Magic Card Casino plans to put on an encore show for the tournament once it concludes. And I would love if someone like you, the champion of Mega City, would join as a guest star. The publicity we'd get from that, oh, it's rather enticing, don't you agree? So you just want me to appear on your show? What do the trickster tokens have to do with that? It's simple. You're the type to favor your everlasting peace over the true spice of life. showmanship. If I brought you on my show now, you'd be about as entertaining as a spilled bucket of paint. It's not wrong. But if you have the spirit, the resolve, to collect each and every one of my trickster tokens, perhaps you could convince me otherwise, And if you're not fully on board yet, maybe this will change your mind. Chanceman! About time. I was waiting too long for your dramatic cue. It's an honor to meet the famous Megaman, and induct you into our little game. I've managed to snag quite a few goodies through my own bets to offer to you, you see. If you bring me trickster tokens, I'm more than willing to part with my inventory. Not only do you prove yourself to Magic Man, but you're getting snazzy upgrades out of the deal too. I'm not sure about this, but I'm having a hard time coming up with a reason to disagree, to be honest. I guess I've given enough people my autograph this tournament. What's an encore show on top of that anyways? And if I'm going through these simulations, I might as well keep an eye out for tokens. Good attitude! I truly want you to prove me wrong, Megaman. I'll take that as your official agreement, then. I'm confident you'll be able to find all of my tokens. You are misplacing your confidence. Well, I won't waste your time any longer. Good luck in the tournament. I'm, of course, rooting for you. You'll know where to find me and Chanceman from now on. And please enjoy the offerings of our casino as much as you'd like. So what do you have? Here to exchange your tokens for upgrades? I'd like to spend these tokens. I have 18 at the moment. So I'm assuming there's just enough tokens in the game to buy all of those. Enhances your buster, increasing the number of shots you can have on the screen. When you're full on ammo, all ammo drops become health, and vice versa. When you're full on both, they become bolts. That is actually a fantastic upgrade, but I don't know. I haven't seen a reason for bolts to really be used yet. If you get hit while holding a charge shot, you lose the charge and unleash a burst attack that damages all nearby enemies. A special charm that will save you from fatal blow as long as your HP is above 1. All special weapons every time you reach a checkpoint. Increases the speed in which you climb up ladder, known to improve mental well-being. Jitsu to develop by Shadow Man. Use momentum to slide through enemy attacks. Demands discipline and dedication to master. That's actually a fantastic upgrade. I'll be right back. Use the little boy's room. Oh boy, oh boy. Alright, I think we're gonna hold off on any upgrades and get more tokens. Intellect increases the value and drop chance of bolts, but lowers the drop chance of everything else. So we're gonna wait on that. So today we're kicking everyone in. 446 bolts. Do you have enough bolts? Yes, I do. We're gonna ignore the casino now, and we're gonna go back to the hotel because we got a plushie. There we go. Perfect. Wanna trade? Let's trade. We need 3 more. Well, I got plushies, so what do you... Johnny Orban, that's a capsule. Capsule I've got. Yeah. Okay, there we go. So, what was this from? Make a Good Megaman level episode 0. No wonder I didn't recognize it. I didn't actually play that one. I don't care about the lore. There's gotta be a shop somewhere where I spend the bills, not bolts, not just the frickin' casino, right? Ah, distractions. Alright, so I don't think anything actually happens with this. Oh, there might actually be something going on here. Hold on. No? Alright. Costumes. Something down there, but... Yeah, I never actually unlocked any other costumes yet, so... Weapon tutorials... Number of enemies killed who have previously respawned. Current life count for the above game starts at 3. The number of game overs you've received if this game used a life system. Oh, wonderful. Okay. Mrs. Quiz, it's okay to say, it's okay to play. Beta challenge, latest quiz game, Mere Mortal. Now, are you gonna ask questions about this game, or are you gonna ask questions about Mega Man in general? Let's find out. How many number tiers are there in this tournament? 6,050,000. 15! Which of these isn't covered in the weapon tutorial tournament? No. What is this? Ah. Judges. Well, can answer that question very easily here. Spark Chaser, Laser Trident, Tornado Blow, Ice Ball, Thunder Beam, Break Dash. No, Magnetic Shockwave. That's Ice Ball. Let's try this again. Hyper Beam, duh. What's the name of the person who is running this tournament? Ernest Will. You started the tournament with one upgrade already. Which one was it? Energy Converter, I believe. No. Like I said, this is all a matter of, like, trial and error if I don't know the question. Because the questions never change. I know what it is. It's the one where if I pick up a weapon energy when I don't have a weapon equipped, it'll put it onto that. Energy Balancer? Yes, okay. How many points of damage does your charge shot do, usually? 3. I've got something for you. Feast your eyes on this fabulous prize. Got a morale booster. A treasured amulet that lets you see the better side of life. Hold up to look upwards towards a brighter future. But there are others in the biz. Hey, hey, ho, ho, you should see the casino later. So my mom says. Alright, I think I dicked around long enough. Clearly, if there's a shop to spend bolts, I haven't found it or something. I don't know. Alright, so Tier 2, the Scrapyard. Let's go! Because I'm sure this is going to have all kinds of various different wonderful levels, right? Right. Then reused and beautied up for the tournament. $165th place, Stamp Ruins by Laser Chicken. 41, 23, 64, 44, 34. 30.9 out of 100. The 64 is kind of... It's got a time penalty too, so maybe it'll be alright? 2 tokens and 1 energy element. Let's do this. Why is the volume so low? Ba, 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 ba. Ow. Oh, why would you do that? Time this. I got the token at least. Come on. Thank you. I do not like this road, but it plans on doing. I don't know. The rotating platforms with the moles is not filling me with confidence. What are you? Let's go left. Let's go right. Really? Thank you. Nope, let's get the token. That's an easy enough grab. See ya! Dog. Now what? Left? Right. Always right. Ah, missed. Checkpoint! An actual checkpoint in this level. There you go. Note from the MAGMML 3 dev team. On submission, the checkpoint for this screen was placed in the wall directly above this sign. Dying to the boss ahead would cause an inescapable softlock. The checkpoint has been moved to the right of this sign. Ugh. I hate this boss. He seems higher than normal, too. Now what? Yeah, we'll go with this. Well, there you go. That was a level. Could have been worse. Also could have been much, much better. Okay. I'm, like, still debating it. Whether to read the reviews now or just wait. No, because I know if I just wait, I'm not gonna end up doing it because I've got the attention span of a fucking gnat. Does a gnat even have a good attention span? I don't even know. Wow, this ended as soon as it started. Let's read who this is first. Mick. Wow, this ended as soon as it started. While it has a good selection of pieces, the end result doesn't capitalize on any of it. Of particular note are the Karakaris, Shabone, and the Ace Man Bow. Karakari only appears once and only barely does anything. Carry. I don't know what enemy that is. Ace Manbow never gets to do anything unless you don't shoot straight down, and Shabone only really matters when it spawns right next to you. There are moments I enjoyed. The Uranus Mole Room and the Knuckle Dusters layout come to mind, and I will grant if I don't know if I've seen powered up geysers and Uranus blocks combined before, offering some creativity. Otherwise, this feels unfinished, especially with torches and pools that don't animate, and overall doesn't give me a whole lot to work with. It has more interesting stuff than the usual Mets and Joes, but there's not enough going on here to be anything other than lackluster. I wish this level tried to do more. Shinryu. If there's anything I can say in favor of this stage, it's that the combination of the rotating platforms and water jets is a neat idea. While it's not used anywhere close to its fullest potential here, I think it could work if it was done more done with it. Other than that, there's not a whole lot going on here. Even with the use of rotating platforms everywhere, this stage still feels really basic. There's very few instances where the gimmicks are taken advantage of to make things engaging, with the first token being one of the only examples. What really hurts is that it's easy to see how it could be improved. Some of the enemies, especially the Morning Joes, would be far more threatening if they were placed in a way that forced you to interact with the platforms or water jets in some way, either by avoiding them or getting to a certain height to actually hit them. The only ones that offer any kind of engagement are the mole moles, which only show up for that one token room. That aside, the last notable thing about this level is that there's no checkpoints until the boss corridor. Honestly though, given how short and easy the stage is, it doesn't really have much of an impact here as it would in almost any other given level. I still wouldn't necessarily call it a good thing though. All that being said, I'd still love to see a more well-realized version of the stage. There's a lot of potential in the two chosen gimmicks here, but just needs to be fleshed out over the course of a full level, is all. Patchy! Damped and compact! Yeah, she's definitely naming her reviews, so... It's a fine stage, it's just kind of a bit short. Really solid choices of gimmicks. I really liked some of the setups here, like the water pump sending the player straight through the rotating platform, and the part where you need to descend through the platforms while dodging moles. The aesthetics here are also pretty unique. Pharaoh Man and Pump Man tile sets together isn't something you'd see every day, yet they blend quite nicely. Mega Mech Shark as an end boss seems rather unfitting. It seems like he's there to pad out the playtime a bit, because the fight takes almost as long as going through the stage alone, if you try to only buster it anyway. This is probably someone's first stage, and it's quite a good start if it is. I can see the potential of a good level designer here, so do keep at it. Flashman85. We need to talk about playtesting, because the room before the boss cost you about 25% of the score I was going to give. Until the dev team intervened, it was physically impossible to enter the boss chamber. If you die at the boss, you're taken back to a checkpoint in a ceiling where you'll be stuck forever. Don't let your level be ruined by incredibly avoidable boo-boos. Aside from being unbeatable, the level is inoffensive. The best and worst parts are equally mild. I dig the atmosphere. Water plus ruins is the pleasant combination, and the music choice sets it off nicely. Some animation, torches especially, would have been better. I didn't notice it. Then again, I only played the level once, so... Fixing the suspicious collision-free ceiling would be good. Despite a slight gradual increase in difficulty, challenges feel underdeveloped. The enemy roster is a bit big for the screen count. Carry could have had a day off. Water spouts offer possibilities that aren't really explored. It's easy to pick up enemies from a distance before they become a threat. The last vertical area needs work. The sudden absence of water tiles is odd, and there's no clear path to safety. A few descending Uranus platforms would have worked. New elements are introduced gently enough, though most of the early screens have too much going on all at once. Graviton challenges are decent, the mini-boss fight is good, the Uranus platforms have their moments, and the Mole room, including the Tricky Token challenge, is easily the highlight of the level. Mecha Shark fits thematically, but it needs spice. water physics, water spouts, or even just reversing it to fight the head first. An E-Tank or any power-ups at all would have been appreciated in a level with a multi-phase boss, no middle checkpoint, and effectively no final checkpoint. The level's shortness is a boon. The same negatives would outweigh the same positives if it was a longer level. A Spark! One of the big takeaways from this level is the combination of the water spouts and the Uranus platforms is a really cool idea. And I just wish that the level had made more use of it. Unfortunately, a lot of the other elements of this level have fairly basic placement and do not offer any sort of meaningful challenge, and the level feels very much like a first draft. This first draft nature extends throughout. The themes within the stage are quite unfocused and unpolished. It is just vaguely watery and somehow temple-y, with assets mixed in such a way that it does not make sense. The level foreground is a good example of having a lack of polish, for one example. Or, for one example, if this were an actual location, the bricks in the stage is made out of would be staggered, not just stacked on top of each other. I didn't even notice that. And this is why you guys are the judges. There are a couple of rooms that stand out as being particularly out of place. The fish drop felt out of nowhere, and the mini-boss had nothing to do with the rest of the stage. The single checkpoint soft-locks the player into judging build, forcing you to manually quit the stage. And there is one scene transition that can kill the player. Really now? I gotta imagine that stuff was fixed by the dev team. The mini-boss, which occurs just before the checkpoint, also has instant death involved. I quite like the room with the Uranus platforms and the mole enemies, especially the spike drop, which looks dangerous, but the graphics of the Uranus platform allow the player to line up quite nicely. Again, the gimmick combination might have been interesting, but the stage is too short to explore the ideas behind this, which makes the issues stand out more. The sheer brevity of this stage is really the true detriment of the level, as none of its good ideas are ever explored. The fact that the dev kit boss takes longer than the rest of the stage combined is just the cherry on the top. Not if you use sub-weapons, which I did, as I am not about to fight Mecha Shark with the Buster yet again. But that level's complete. On to the next. What do you have to say? Uh-oh. Even though this isn't a festival, I've led the local Skip Teleporter Awareness Association 8 years in a row. To remind you that there is no shame and penalty in skipping unreasonable simulations. Recall that you can exit a simulation at any time, and if you want to try it out before deciding to skip. Thank you for listening. That gives me a sense of dread for the next level. 164th place, Temple of Light and Dark by Elisa Doreen. Doreen? Alicia Doreen. I can't pronounce that. I apologize. Oh, look at those fun scores. That should not be a happy face, because I don't know about this one. Anyway, score 33, 24, 32, 36, 31, 31.2 out of 100. Oh boy. Oh, I didn't look to see what it had. Hold on. Let me get out of this real quick. We've got two energy elements and 4 nickels. Ooh, let's go. What do you guys have to say about this? Ow, this level got a lot of hard-hitting enemies and bosses, a confusing layout, and too much instant death. I'm barely able to pull myself together after all of that. I think I've lost a piece too. Itches, 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 just thinking about trying to find anything in that dark maze. We put copies of tokens and elements in the room below, where it's bright enough to see them. This level is massive. It's more like two large levels that wind back in on each other. I have a very strong feeling that this is gonna be the only level, the only other level in this part. There's a lot of backtracking too. Why? To find keys for the key doors! You can probably guess why I gave up on this one immediately. Well, let's give it the old college try. Oh, it's gonna be one of those levels, isn't it? Yep. Wow, I didn't realize how much damage Crystal Joe's did. I ain't making that jump right now. Let's go this way. Whoop! Oh, okay. That's interesting. That is not interesting. That looks like a pixel-perfect jump right there. Made it, though. Ow. Well, there's a bunch. Ah! Really? I didn't hit a checkpoint, did I? Oh, why would I have? Alright, what are you then? Oh! Alright. I can see where this level could have been really good. A light and dark gimmick like that. Ow. Ow. Yeah, okay, bye-bye. You know what? I'm not liking this at all. Thank you. Darkness teleporter. Oh. Alright, the top puzzle's easy enough. But I do not like that placement of those spikes. Dog. Ow. No. Let's go this way again. This time let's try down. I want to point out that long levels aren't necessarily bad, as I was one of the few people that actually enjoyed Forgotten Factory. But I ain't gonna make that. But they need to be reasonable as far as challenge goes. I mean, so far nothing has really struck out as being insanely difficult, but more annoying than anything. Right, let's try this way. That. Oh. Alright, that was sneaky. And I am not risking that. We're just gonna go like that. Thank you. Alright, we are back at the beginning. There's no skip teleporter anymore. Wonderful. Probably because I got a key. Whoop. That's not fair. Alright, I need to... I'm gonna go into the light and use this key real quick. Because I know there's a door literally right here. Yeah, okay. Heh? What? Like, you can't... I was not about to attempt that buster only. Oh, that's one. Oh, there's two elements in this fucking level too. Hold on. Let's do this. Ain't that nice? While I certainly know I don't have a whole lot of viewers, I'm not in this to get them. I play this because I like to. Not for any kind of profit. Quite frankly, anybody who starts this type of hobby looking to make a profit, you're doing it all wrong. That should not be your goal in this. This top one I can do. But I'm just gonna friggin' drop a magnet beam at the bottom. Or not. That works too. Alright, attempt number 2. Actually, this is number 3 on this one. I have to get rid of the slide button. Or not put it right next to the fucking weapon change button. I mean, I guess it's on me. It's not like freaking that hasn't been a staple in Megaman games for a while, but there you go. Much better. Now, there's a token down there. There's not gonna be any friggin' save points in this level, is there? Checkpoints. Oh, there's a boss door though. With no checkpoint. Keep going. Seriously. I'm not doing this again. Oh my fucking god. I have to use another E-tank on this boss. What the fuck? Oh! Seriously? Checkpoint! Oh my god! Well, at least it's not instant death. That's not gonna hit me, I don't think. Yeah, it's gonna hit me. And there you go. What's annoying about this is I don't feel like I'm making any progress in the level. Like, I don't know how to... How? I can't go down there because it damages me. Let's see. Nope, that doesn't damage me. Okay. There we go. Don't know what that refilled, but it refilled something. That works too. Whatever. This way. I need a key for that. Okay. Nope. No, why would you fucking let me rush coil up there? No, that'll give me the key to get the token at least. Or that gives me the key to get the token, I should say. Do you want to know what really pisses me off about this? Is that this level... I can see where they're going and how it can be good. It's just not very well executed. Again, the only saving grace with this part is that the beams aren't freaking instant death. That's horrid enemy placement, by the way. There, jump, jump, jump. Down there. Really? At the end there? Okay. For the most part, I want to keep moving with the exception of that first one. I want to go back to gambling. Just go to... Look at that timer. No level should take longer than a wily castle. I feel for the judges. They don't have the option to skip these levels. They have to play every single level multiple times, regardless of how bad it actually is. This might be one of those levels I'm gonna have to come back when I have some upgrades. even then, though, what upgrades could I get that would help me in this? I just have to let that hit me every time. Yes. The only thing worse than a really difficult level is a really difficult level that's done well. Like X6 meme is... it's bad. You can tell there's no real redeeming qualities to it, it's just a troll level. This you can tell they put the time and effort in to make this difficult. Because everything is systematically placed to... like, there's thought put into it. It's not just thrown all together. God, jump immediately when you get to that fucking block. Get good, motherfucker. Instant death should not be a mechanic. It can be in a level. Just go. I'm getting frustrated now. Drop down. I'm not gonna wait for the whole thing. Why didn't I drop down? Because I wasn't paying attention that time. This is only the first room after the key, by the way. I don't even remember the fact that this is actually the second half of the level. Actually, not even possibly the second half. This is just a second portion of the level. I didn't grab the key, motherfucker. Okay. Like the worst enemy to put in a stage like this, too. Hey, my stage is really long. What do we want to do? Oh, let's put shielded enemies in there, so the long stage can be even longer. Do I just say fuck it to that token for now? Nope. I do say fuck it for trying to do a buster only, though. We are definitely done with that shit. Why I spent all that time trying to do a buster only, I don't know, but... And I still haven't figured out how to pass that buster only without taking damage. Got like nothing for frickin' Magma Beam energy. Now I have even less Magnet Beam energy. Even friggin' trying to do that with the Magnet Beam is friggin'. Maybe Rush Coil, maybe Rush Jet would be better. Ooh, wait! No! I'm just getting so goddamn frustrated with this level. Come, my trusty rush bike. Out of my way. Thank you. This is what we call a big dope. I have to see where the spikes are spawning. Right there. I'll be right back. Okay. 2 E-tanks and 1 weapon tank later. Granted, the E-tanks were used elsewhere, but still. Rush coil to the platform and then magnet beam across? Because I can't... I mean, I could ice... I'm pretty sure Ice Ball will actually stop that. Yeah, it does. So that gives me a little more time to plan. And I think I can have 2 ice walls up at once, so I can do this. No, I can't have 2 ice walls up at once. So that kind of... That kind of stinks. I think I broke something. That definitely should not be doing that. That's right! That goes all the way over. But I don't need to go and get that token now, so now the new challenge is trying to get up to that... Get up in that area. Without losing my sanity. What little there is left of it. Still the easiest way to do that. Oh, I'm out of that. Okay. Yeah, you're funny. Checkpoint! Yay! Solar Man, okay. Solar Man with 2 health bars and a fully powered sun. Hard Solar Man! With a fully powered sun and 2 health bars. Yeah. I hate the people that build these levels around weapon energy and don't give you full weapon. Because Solar Man's obviously made having the water shield. One energy element. I got a capsule. Shade Man. Perfect Halloween decoration. Even comes with a mischievous laughing voice box. Probably doesn't sound like that. I don't want to go back in there. So, okay, let's think about this for a second. I got a token on the dark side and on that light path to the boss. So I'm going to take a stab in the dark and say that there's a token. No, I got the token on the light side. 2 light side tokens. Okay, so I need a dark side token would be my guess. And there's probably another one on the path to the next boss. So let's try to stay on the dark path. I have to relearn all this shit now. Why would you do that right there? Come on! Enough of the shielded enemies, for the love of God, people! Nobody ever seems to use them right. And even when they are used right, they're annoying. Am I wasting my time with this? No, alright, so I can't. I do have to come down here. Dog. I was expecting like a Forgotten Fortress style level when I first saw this, and I'm not getting that. And I sure as shit don't like this room. At all. Intruders are there now. Yes, that is why my dog is barking. There are intruders in the house. Nobody needs to call the police, don't worry about it. Just one intruder and they live here. Yes. Yes, unfortunately. I just realized what that was gonna do. God damn it! I'm starting to adapt to this level suck. Checkpoint. Okay. Well... No, I don't trust that. I trust that more down there. Like hit a checkpoint already, so I'm not as hung up about dying now. Shielded enemies. People love their Mets and Joes. Think outside the box. Mets and Joes are can be good. Don't get me wrong. 9 times out of 10, they are not. They're just annoying time wasters. Yeah, no. Also, yeah, no. Let's grab that. Probably the other freaking energy. And you got Dark Man. Also 2 health bars. That's a good jump right there. Darkman's easier than friggin' Solar Man, though. Unfortunately, he starts in the middle of the goddamn room, because why wouldn't he? And he appears to do a lot more damage with his attacks. And his bullets seem to go a lot faster. Really? Thank you. God. I feel like I'm fighting Super Macho Man on the NES where he keeps using his spin attack. Thank you. Oh my god. Alright! That was both energy elements, at least. for the sake of my own sanity, I said that already, I think I'm just going to grab the other 2 tokens in the skip room. I know. Quitter. I really don't want to spend all that time looking for the other 2. I still have to read the reviews too, though. So I think I know where they are. That's the thing. It's just trying to get them without any checkpoints is... The level's not fun. Like, at all. I don't know if it's deliberately not fun, but... That gave me all kinds of game overs. Mick! Oh, this level. This did not inspire positive feelings. The Temple of Light and Dark is basically 2 levels stitched together. They both have 2 routes, one short and one long, and they each have 2 tokens, one early, one late. Props for consistency, but both temples have very severe flaws. Not only are both of them confusing to navigate, but they're also chock full of hard-hitting enemies and spikes more than the average Capcom water level. That alone is frustrating, but they're also both pretty long temples to boot, creating a downright draining experience, I'll say. For specific problems, the Dark Temple Blackout is hard on the eyes, since we have a jet black enemies against a very dark purple. I have to squint and lean forward to see them at all, and I already use glasses. I didn't have to do that, but it's still obnoxious. For that matter, the Tomahawk platforms have the tendency to dump enemies into spikes, rendering them useless. The light temple gimmicks are Yokus and Force Beams, both of which you have the penchant for brutalizing you in the slightest misstep. Yes, even with the lasers two-hit KOing you instead of killing you outright. While I appreciate the attempted consideration, dodging them is quite precise, and the checkpoints aren't merciful enough to prevent some tank chugging. You're telling me. Speaking of tank chugging, the bosses here are a mess, taking Darkman and Solarman, doubling their health and increasing their strength a bit much. Not the best idea. My blind run with Darkman was downright miserable, owing to his speed and his ability to kill me in 4 to 5 hits, and being a shield boss with 56 hit points. Agreed, but Darkman thankfully has a very predictable pattern. But he has a good point where you probably don't want to have a shield boss with two fucking health bars. And when I got the Solar Man, I erased him with the water shield. I didn't have the patience at that point. I suck at Solar Man to begin with, so... The mini-bosses aren't nearly as bad as the end bosses. Yeah, they are. But they also don't seem to be implemented right, leading to desyncs or floating in the floor. The Anchor Fight? I missed that. The Anchor Fight is the most doable of the three outright bosses, which is ironic considering he's the bonus boss of the Dark Temple. Still, as far as the token challenges go, I prefer Anchor to the challenge for the late light token. Killing a giant gorilla for the key, taking the key through a huge force beam gauntlet, 3 more highly deadly rooms where one mistake can kill you, and then you get the token. Completing this sequence from start to finish took nearly a half hour by itself, because of course I died a lot, which is too much for one token. As a whole, this level was frustrating. It has ambition and some creative ideas, but the execution leaves much to be desired. There was one section that I enjoyed, though, the Dark Illusions with the Crystal Joes. This was the most interesting and in my opinion, fair section of the level. I really appreciated that Crystal Joe was allowed to be interesting. It's not much of the level, but there's something. I wish the rest of the level was more like that part. Shinryu. There's a lot to unpack with this one. First off, a good chunk of this level is a maze. Mazes in Metroidvania-style levels have a very checkered past when it comes to the MAGMML series. I know there's plenty of people out there who enjoy these sorts of stages for how they can mix up the gameplay, but I can't say that I'm one of them. Personally, I just don't think these types of stages are suitable for a context of a level design contest like MAGMML, especially when there's 170 entries. More often than not, they tend to take much longer to complete than a regular Megaman stage, have harsh punishments for death, mainly thanks to odd checkpoint placement, and overall have too much trial and error thanks for the overabundance of winding and confusing pathways. Sadly, this particular level ends up ticking pretty much every single one of those boxes, plus a couple more. The stage itself is divided into two sections, light and dark. It doesn't matter which one you explore though, because both areas have their own share of problems. The light section has rooms that are packed to the brim with enemies in almost every corner, along with some incredibly frustrating sets of Yoku block puzzles. The one leading up to the Diamond Token has blocks that are just out of reach of your maximum jump height, meaning you have to clip on top of them to progress. That's what I was supposed to do? I magnet beamed the fuck out of those ones. Assuming you're not just supposed to use utilities to bypass it. However, by far the worst of these block puzzle sections has to be the long vertical room. Having Yoku spikes that spawn on top of the player as they're trying to work around this part is a cheap shot at best, since you're pretty much guaranteed to die unless you've memorized where all the spikes are beforehand. The dark section is a little more tolerable thanks to the lack of Yoku blocks, though not by much, seeing as sections with the platforms and enemies that are barely visible. Going deeper into the stage eventually puts you on a more linear path for both sections, but they still have the same basic problems as the mains part. Enemy placement that gives very little leeway for being hit. Overly tight jumps where the punishment for failure is often instant death, and a severe lack of checkpoints. The lower light path is easily the worst of these, with rotating force beams that come out of nowhere. They definitely could have done with some better visual indicators, coupled with an overabundance of enemies that make this path far more hectic than it should be. Out of all these sections, there was only one that I actually enjoyed, the Spotlight segment with the Crystal Joes. Having the enemy's projectiles, along with your own shots, reveal the stage's surroundings is a pretty neat idea, and one that I wish had a greater presence throughout the stage. It certainly feels like a better fit for the level's theme, more so than a surprise Yoku spikes and rotating lasers, that's for sure. I guess I do eventually have to go back into this level and find that spot. I really don't want to. On that note, I can see where you're coming from using Solar Man and Darkman as the main bosses, but recoloring them and ramping up their damage output to absurd levels really didn't do these fights any favors. If anything, they just serve as an annoying climax to an almost all-around unenjoyable stage. Ancient domain of illumination and illusion. So right off the bat, there are branching paths. There are light and dark versions of the stage you need to switch between, and there are keys to find. You know, she brings up a good point. I actually think this would have been pretty cool if the stage layout was exactly the same. It's just that you switched it from light to dark to change like the enemies and the obstacles or whatever, and you have to do one section as dark, you get to a certain point, and you realize you have to go back to the light section to change something in the dark section, and so on and so forth. That would have been fun, wouldn't it have? Probably not, but... Labyrinth-style stages can be hard to pull off right. Unfortunately, this is one that didn't cut it. A maze stage naturally means that the player would be expected to explore through some same areas at least a few times before they have the layout mapped out in their head. The stage didn't really quite make this process a pleasant one due to multiple reasons. The enemies, consisting mostly of Mets and Joes, have a common theme of being shielded. The other half of the roster is various stationary turrets. With how most of these elements only serve to stop you from traversing too quickly, it overall ended up feeling more like padding than actually spicing up the challenge of the room. There are many instant death hazards, which means you lose your keys really often from all the... Oh, starting to yawning. Starting to get to the yawning. Wonderful. Apologies for that. That was probably quite annoying. More so than usual. There are many instant death hazards, which means you lose your keys really often from all the exploration you need to do around the mazy layouts. While the keys are not mandatory for reaching any of the bosses, it still adds up to the frustration of the repeated traversal needed to reach any of the side areas with collectibles. The side areas aren't necessarily a breeze in the park by themselves either. Checkpoints are few and far between, spelling disaster with brutal and unforgiving platforming challenges. The Dark Temple in general is exceedingly difficult due to the inability to see or parse anything in the rooms. It doesn't help that some of the rooms and platforms are outright hidden and only visible up close. The nail in the coffin, though, is that there exist fake ladders. There do. Which is just an absolutely mean design decision for what's already a really miserable section. I very much did not approve of this. Boss fights are not much better. They are basically normal engine default bosses, only given more health and maybe a speed or damage increase here and there. Kinda lazy way to increase the difficulty of the fights for the sake of increasing the difficulty. It overall really doesn't lead to a satisfying conclusion to the stage. Flashman 85. Speaking from experience, mazes are really difficult to do well. This might have worked as a puzzle level inspired by A Link to the Past or Metroid Prime 2, jumping between light half and similar yet different dark half to reach the end. Instead, it's an exercise in memorizing two completely different level layouts full of branching paths leading to who knows where. Rules and expectations are thoroughly unclear. There's no obvious goal, too many paths, and zero warm-up for the challenges. Keys and key doors further complicate matters. Secrets are more likely to be stumbled on than sought out. Oof. There's no logic to how most are hidden. Light and dark are mostly interchangeable in terms of design, and they lack memorable landmarks to aid in navigation. Almost every room is saturated with enemies, often the same few types in configurations that can't reasonably be overcome without taking damage or using special weapons. Some enemies aren't positioned properly, falling off platforms and into pits. There's an excessive amount of instant death for any level, let alone one involving so much backtracking. The bosses don't need multiple health bars. Downgrading to damage spikes, adding more checkpoints, allowing the player to see more of the Yoku block patterns before jumping in, and or requiring less precise jumps from the player would go a long way in making the current challenges more palatable without completely reworking them. On the plus side, the music sets a great tone for the level. The visuals are clean and easily distinguishable, even in the darkest rooms. Poking around is rewarded with super secret secrets. The choice of assets toward the end of the level reflects some deliberate theming with lasers, laser shooting flowers, and Solar Man contrasting nicely with the Mega Man 7 visibility gimmick, Shadow Clones, and Dark Man. The level is at its best when it focuses on developing more linear challenges with these themed assets. Please, for the love of God, A-Spark, I hope you made a comic. You didn't. Oof. A-Spark tends to go long with shorter levels. I can't imagine how this is going to be. Oh, yeah. Oh, boy! This is a stage that has lots of little moments dragging it down. But those moments are born from a few very clear and global problems throughout the stage. There are positives here. In terms of how the mechanic is handled and pulled off, the dual worlds seen in games like A Link to the Past and Metroid Prime 2 is actually pulled off very well here. Rooms are familiar between the light and the dark temple, but with differences in enemy layouts and terrain to make them wildly different to play. I also think the general aesthetic and atmosphere fits. The actual tile set and method of tiling the level looks pretty good, and I appreciate that pits are clearly telegraphed a very significant issue other certain exploration stages in MAGMML 2 fail to do. But the issues lie with the level design, not the theme. It is yet another Metroidvania-style stage that tries to have the player explore every nook and cranny for keys, and navigate between the light and the dark to get one of the two bosses or tokens on the side path. Unfortunately, it misses the fundamental gameplay that Metroidvania or exploration games rely on. The challenge should not be in the exploration itself, or should be in the exploration itself, and not with how the player executes their movement. The stage has an ungodly reliance on instant death or high damage challenges. Some challenges require pixel-perfect jumps, enemies deal heavy damage, and there are death spikes and pits everywhere. Certain challenges take almost as long to clear as entire main series Megaman stages. The green token takes a whopping 2 minutes even using weapons to get. Strange, it took me about 30. Two of the primary gimmicks are the worst offenders. Force beams might not be instant death, and the layouts combined with rotating force beams offer some decent and potentially fun timing challenges. But without background cues, rotating force beams are incredibly hard to parse. Oftentimes, players will take extreme damage even standing in locations that look safe, because the force beam clipped them from a nanosecond as it tries to figure out what is and isn't blocking it. I want to point something out real quick, because judges keep bringing up both elements. Force beams and Yoku blocks are, without question, the hardest gimmicks to pull off well in a Mega Man game. For the love of God, stop relying on them. I find a lot of stages in these games use Yoku blocks and force beams. Don't! Very rarely are they done well. There are exceptions to the rule, but don't. Anyways, where was I? Oh, yes. Yoku blocks are just a catastrophe here, with the entire challenge relying on, surprise! There's a spike, you forgot it was here! All this, and a severe lack of checkpoints, means the stage quickly becomes frustrating mere minutes in. Thankfully, certain challenges can be completely bypassed through the use of the magnet beam. The player is able to get into side passages and skip rooms entirely, but this is only a small bandage on lowering the difficulty. The enemy selection is also problematic. So many enemies here are too defensive, further damaging any flow the level is required to make exploration rewarding. And during the dark area, it's even worse. In the dark screens, some enemies blend in so much it's almost impossible to see. I realize seeing that how some of them are pure black, that it is the point. Ooh. But it's still irritating to get sideswiped on an enemy you didn't realize was there. Lastly, the bosses have an arbitrarily large health bar. This isn't a challenge, it's tiring. Weapon use and energy weapon tanks are the only thing making this stage even slightly playable, and that does not help in the long run. I consider myself a decent Mega Man player, and I am having to rely on these things heavily here. I fear anyone else with lesser skill might never see the exits of this stage, let alone the tokens. I could see the other two if I wanted to go back in there, but I don't. Maybe when I have some upgrades, maybe when I have more time, because I really actually don't have time right now. It's already 9:15. And I've been going at this for about 2 hours now, so... That stage was not fun. From a pure frustration standpoint, probably my least favorite so far. You Don't Know the Drill is still, like, the one that irritated me with wasting all my time. But I think this one actually might take it so far for least favorite, simply because you can tell that there's something there. There is something there that just needed to be tweaked a little bit. That could have been a great stage, and it was squandered by shit enemy placement, shit enemy set, nearly impossible challenges. Why Yoku blocks and force beams? There's so many gimmicks in Mega Man even gimmicks that focus more on light and dark. Like, you could use the light switches gimmicks, like the powered up platforms. You could... Oh god, I can't think of anything else at the moment. Brightman stuff! That's literally the definition of light and dark. My head hurts. I'm going to call it. Thank you all very much for watching. I may spend some time in the casino offline to get my mind off of this. Or I'm just gonna go to the Golden Saucer. One of the two. Not right now, though, because I need to go to bed. Oh, I'm gonna try to get another stream in tomorrow. Since I will not be here, I need to stop looking at myself on the screen there. Look up at the camera. Well, don't look at the camera. Look straight ahead. One of the two. I don't know. I'm not good at this. What do you want? Like I said, I'm good at this. Gonna try to get a stream in tomorrow. What was I saying? I'm on vacation starting Thursday. Gonna be heading out to see a friend. May stream with him. Don't know. We'll see what happens. I don't know. But anyways, take care all. I'm gonna go be annoyed elsewhere.